Games getting good. Area round of the high school football playoffs, bringing about all the hypothetical conversations that we have in the fall. What if such and such who? What if they met in the playoffs? All those things we talk about. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Well, those scenarios, they come to fruition, especially the case tonight in Pflugerville. Steele and Lake Travis, Part 2. Knights, winners in the early portion of the season, part of this undefeated run. And you know, the paths would cross once again. LT, though, looking for a different result. Caden Leon hooking up with Seth Galbraith. That's a touchdown in the masses, whether it be the defense or the crowd. It's points. It counts 7-0 in favor of Travis. Late in the second quarter, same duo worked once. This time aired out a little bit more. Look at the arm on Leon. Look at the catch by Galbraith. 55-yard score, 14-0 at that point on an evening that seemed like Steele would not have it because the first half largely they didn't. They come back, they tied the game at 21 apiece, but this just went final right before we took the air. Steele loses, the undefeated season ends. Travis ends the season on a walk-off field goal and is moving on next week to take on Brennan. Should be good and a tough way for the Knights to go out. Now, one of the more feel-good stories from last week was New Braunfels. Unicorns last weekend losing their starting quarterback with an off-the-field injury. The night before the game, how do they respond? Well, they upset Reagan. Another big test in front of them tonight, taking on Westlake out of Austin. Of course, as we know, two tremendously talented ball clubs doing what they do inside a rainy Rattler Stadium up there in San Marcos. Westlake's got a good ball player in the backfield, goes by the name of Jack Kaiser, doing things like that, putting 7 on the board, 7-0 in favor of the boys in blue. Worked once. Let's go back to Kaiser. Get to the outside. Fun player to watch, not if you're on the Braunfels side, though. 14-0 at that point. Go to the second. Unicorns need to make a play. Somebody make a play. Can't get this. Let's get out of hand. Jacob Redding doing that. Had one last week. Doing it again. How would the Unicorns respond on the offensive end? Clayton Nemkin, the backup quarterback, great last week. That's Landon Marsh on the receiving end. 14-7. New Braunfels right back in it, but that would appear to be as close as they would get, at least for now. Things looking ominous for the Unicorns, trailing 45-14 in the fourth quarter. 6A, 2 bracket Judson traveling up north to Austin area, meeting up with Vandegrift. Now, things starting off good for the Rockets, showing up strong on the defensive end. That would not lead to points, though. Believe it or not, it would not. We'll see right here. Oh, good pass, break up, no score. That one on fourth down. Jaden Casilla trying to hook up with his guy, but ultimately he would do exactly that. The lone touchdown, the Rockets would score fofantastic footwork in the back of the end zone. That would be the lone offense today for Judson. They go on to lose by a final score of 37-7. Vandegrift now take on the Harlan-Weslaco winners. That game, of course, in town tomorrow. Harlingen, undefeated, 11-0 on the season, meeting up with the Warren Warriors. This over at Ferris Stadium. Their first meeting since 2011, believe it or not, 11 years. Second quarter, Cardinals up 27 or 20-7, looking for even more on the offensive end. Isaiah Bell out of the shotgun, doing things like that. He's gone. 75-yard scamper in the first. Not looking ideal. 27-7 in favor of Harlingen. But they fumbled late in the second quarter. The Warriors out to do something. Antonio Mesa, Elijah Realzola hooking up on the deep ball. And watch this, Darian Holmes. This has been commonplace this year. Bill, you know what the kids are saying right there? Touchdown like that? Darian Holmes talked in class today.
Talked in class today.
Yeah, it means he showed up. He did something.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
That's what the kids have told.
That receiver made a kind of a
above
poor
average,
pass make
above average
look good. Yeah,
sure.
Very good
tough
catch.
end though for Warren. Their season comes to a close.
Warriors are out. Steele's out. Man,
That
I was
first
hoping
block.
Steele Brennan would have been a great matchup.
That was a rough first block for the San Antonio teams. We went 0 for 4.
Ouch! Really?
I didn't intend for it that way. But
Outside tonight. No, nobody did. Outside tonight. We're